This is the story of Mr. Netter, who shared a haunting experience from his childhood, one that still chills him to this day. Mr. Net grew up in a poor rural family at Phitsanulok province. His parents worked hard and eventually moved to Bangkok to earn a better living. There, they took in an orphaned teenage girl named Miss Sway, who was 2 years older than him. Her parents had died in a motorcycle accident, leaving her with no relatives and no way to continue school. Life in the city changed Sway's fate. She found work, met a foreign man named Michael, and eventually married him. Years later, she returned home a proud woman with a husband and a little boy. During the New Year holidays, Sway came back to visit Net's parents. She shared exciting news. They had bought a new house in Phitsanulok and wanted Net to bring their mother to see it. The plan was simple. Sway and her family would leave in the morning, and Net would drive their mother there in the afternoon. When they arrived, the house was modest but beautiful. A single-story home surrounded by fruit trees, with 2 bedrooms and a bathroom outside. Michael greeted them kindly, though he spoke no Thai, while their young son played nearby. At first, everything seemed normal. But soon, Net noticed something strange. The boy was playing with a set of small figurines, a dancing lady, a zebra, and 2 elderly dolls. He clenched one tightly in his fist, as if afraid to let go. Curious and uneasy, Net tried to ask Michael in broken English where the toys came from, but the man didn't understand. When Sway returned from the market, Net asked her directly. Her face went pale. She admitted that the house had once had a spirit shrine, a small altar to protect the land, but Michael disliked it and thought it looked superstitious. He had pushed the shrine over and hidden it behind a tree. The figurines were from that shrine. Netra's heart sank. As a Thai, he knew that disrespecting a spirit's home could bring terrible consequences. He warned his sister, but she said helplessly that she couldn't go against her husband's wishes. He was the provider. She depended on him. That night, after dinner, everyone went to bed. Sway, Michael, and their son slept in the front room, while Netter and his mother took the second room at the back. Around 11 p.m., Netter stepped outside to use the bathroom. The air was still, the night eerily silent. As he walked back toward his room, he froze. From the front room came muffled noises, the sound of someone struggling, gasping, as if being smothered. A man's voice cried out once, then went silent. Panicking, Net ran to the door and knocked. No answer. He grabbed the knob and pulled it open. What he saw inside made his blood run cold. The little boy lay on the bed, pinned down by a shadowy black figure shaped like a woman. She covered his mouth with one hand and smiled, a wide, unnatural smile. Beside the bed, Michael was on his back, and a dancing woman, a ghostly Thai dancer, stood on his chest, her broken face twisting as she swayed in a slow, haunting rhythm. And in the corner, Sway lay curled against the wall. An old man with hollow eyes pressed a cane against her throat and laughed softly. Nat couldn't move. He couldn't even breathe. Dancer turned her head toward him. Her face split apart like cracked porcelain. She began to dance toward the door. The door slammed shut with a thunderous bang. Shaking, Netra ran to wake his mother. She didn't believe him until she tried the doorknob herself. It was locked from the inside. Then, from within the room, came a voice, not of his sister or her husband, but of an old man shouting in rage. "Get out of my house." At that moment, both mother and son knew they were not alone. With no phone signal and no help nearby, they fled the house, driving through the night to a temple in their hometown. When they arrived, the abbot immediately sensed what had happened. "You have met something unclean," he said calmly. Nat described everything: the dancer, the old man, the boy's terror. The monk agreed to accompany them back to the house in Phitsanulok. As soon as the monk stepped out of the car and placed his foot on the ground, he frowned. "This house is cursed," he said. "Not just haunted, bound by black magic." He instructed Net to stay outside while he approached the door. The monk knocked 3 times and spoke softly. "Let them go. You've suffered long enough. Release them, or the sin will bind you forever." Moments later, silence fell. The monk called them in. Inside, Sue, Michael, and their son were sleeping peacefully, as if nothing had happened. But the monk warned, "This calm won't last. Tomorrow it will return stronger." The next morning, Michael woke up trembling. He clutched his chest and repeated, so scared, over and over. Through tears, Sue translated that he had seen the same ghosts in his dreams. The monk ordered them to leave the house immediately and stay at the temple. That night, Michael begged for holy water and confessed that he had pushed the shrine down himself. He swore never to disrespect Thai spirits again. Later, when they found the house's previous owner, she revealed the terrible truth. She had once lived there with her first husband, who practiced dark magic. When she left him for another man, he cursed the house with the ashes of a violent ghost and died within its walls. The monk performed a cleansing ritual, burning incense and chanting for hours. As the smoke cleared, the air in the house felt lighter, but everyone knew the spirits still lingered nearby. The experience shattered Michael. Once a skeptic, he converted to Buddhism, dedicating his life to kindness and prayer. Every time the family visits Thailand now, they wear white, light candles, and pray in the house that nearly killed them. It stands as a solemn reminder: faith may be invisible, but to challenge it is to invite the darkness within. If you enjoyed this true Thai horror story, subscribe to Tale After Dark for more chilling tales every week.